Heyo everybody, Haku here with my read-through or live reaction for the Promised Neverland chapters 166, 167, and 168. So actually I was going to wait a little bit longer to do this video, but I decided to record it today because I couldn't wait any longer. I'm really excited to read the next 3 chapters of this. I've been liking the current storyline that we're getting into here back at Gracefield a lot. The last read-through hit me hard emotionally, and it's been a while since the Promised Neverland did that, but the Promised Neverland does that better than most manga, where they can just get this raw reaction of fear or anxiety about a certain thing out of me. Sorry if I start off this read-through. I want to record kind of multiple things today, and this is my first thing I'm recording, so I'm trying to ease my voice into it a little bit so that I don't totally blow my voice out in the very first thing I record. So, gonna be trying to take it a little easy with my voice, with the first chapter maybe of this as I'm easing myself into talking. But yeah, either way, let's read 166. We ended off last time. We had all this stuff with Isabella and how she came to be in the position she is in now, and what's going to be happening with them saying, the farm kids are a real liability. Let's just take them out, because now we can just do lambda farms. We don't need super smart kids that are a danger to us. Now that the aristocracy is out of the way, because they're the ones that wanted the high quality products anyway. So yeah, and we left off right at the end with it looked like Emma Ray and Norman making it into Gracefield. But I'm assuming we're gonna step that back a little bit so that we can see how they get in. I'm assuming, at least. We have, looks like an alarm going off. Intruders. Location, the electrical room in B7. I think that's B7 and not 87. Alright. Oop, hold on. It looked like, was my thing lagging there a bit? No, it looks fine now. Looked like my thing was lagging there for a bit. Sorry about that. My recording. They're here, eh? Says Ratri. A blackout. It's not a problem. All floors will switch to auxiliary power in 20 seconds. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Chapter 166. Going back home. And I like this frontispiece they have going on with Ratri and the demon guards, Isabella, the main 3 characters, and then the other important characters from the Gracefield house there tied up. Alright. 3 days ago, November 10th. Again, so we're stepping it back so we can see how they infiltrated. This is Gracefield. Looks like an anthill. Where would everyone be? Says Cicero. Probably here. Supply storage number 2 in B2. Makes sense. They'd be able to hold that many kids with the least amount of security there, says Vincent, and without being noticed by other people. What's the security like for all of Gracefield? Gillian chimes in. They have about 30 to 40 demon employees. That's intel from when Mr. Minerva was still alive, right? But now? No, Smee's intel indicated something similar. I think it's a reasonable number, but at Gracefield, about half of the demons are guards to prevent theft. In addition, there are over 100 human employees, the sisters. Oh wow, there are a lot of sisters then, geez. And in addition to all of that, you would think that though they sent a lot of that army back to handle the capital stuff, there's probably still going to be more than the normal amount of guards you would think at the moment, because of everything going on. But either way. So even if they're not aristocrat level, the demons are skilled in combat, eh? Add in the humans, and their numbers are really troublesome. And that's Zack and Hayate. As well as the Ratri clan and the... Okay, there. Norman's bringing it up. And the 2,000 Imperial soldiers. This morning, November 13th. There they are. They've arrived. Sure enough, the Imperial soldiers are posted outside the farm. Well, they wouldn't fit inside anyway, and securing from the outside makes the most sense. Just like we predicted. We'll execute the mission as planned, split into 3 groups to infiltrate. After we're in, the first thing we need to do is rescue the hostages and ensure their safety. Also, though we had this sort of really compelling stuff about Ratri sort of manipulating Isabella, into helping him and what's going on there. I actually think that Isabella, from the trauma of the kids escaping and thinking that she was going to die, I think that moment of thinking, oh, my survival's over, my survival is lost, kind of, that sort of thing shifts your mindset when she's like, I'm doing it for survival, I'm doing it for survival, and then she stopped doing it for survival for a bit. I don't think that she's gone right back to, oh yeah, I'm gonna be totally evil and kill all these kids, do it for survival, do it for survival. I think that having that sort of moment of clarity up on the wall as Emma and the others have escaped, and her moment in the cell that she was like, oh, well, they're just gonna kill me, I think that's probably set her on a little bit of a different path to where I think she's probably doing some big brain scheming as well. But either way, moving along further, looking at their teams really quick. Okay, that's nice. Don and Gilda's with Gilly and Oliver and Zach. And then it seems like Nigel and Vincent are with the members from Lambda. We'll quickly head to number 2 storage on B2. They're here, eh? That's fine. We know where they're headed. And we have the demons surrounding the children. Let's see what they've got. Switching to auxiliary power. 3, 2, oh shit, and we have this attack. This looks so cool. From Zach and Gillian. That looks really cool. Oh, and Violet was one of the captured ones. I was wondering why we hadn't seen her in a bit. Found you. And the demons are turning on them. But it looks like he's pulling a flash grenade. Yeah. A flash bomb. Over here, Gillian yells. And the kids get up and start running, following her. Get them. And they start getting shot. Oh, and Oliver is mowing him down. Storage number 2, respond. What are you doing? What happened to the guards outside the room? And outside the room it's Don and Gilda's team with Aish there. Respond. How can they? Are they really escapees? Gillian, wait. And Anna's calling back. Nat and the others were. And we see Nat, Sandy, some of the others captured there. And I think that's Theo with them probably. Don't worry everyone. It'll end quickly. And Nat looks over. And is that the demon's holding one of the flowers, it looks like, and I can't tell if that's like a speaker. Oh yeah, it looks like it might be a speaker that Isabel spoke to them through. Okay. And we're having this bursting sound here. Guys, over here. And Emma's group breaks through to them. Emma, Ray, Norman, they really did go on some big brain stuff. And they look up, seeing Isabella. See the shock on all their faces, and then the anger. Mom, let's go this way. Get them. No, there's no need. We've already blocked all the exits. That's what the 2,000 soldiers outside are for. Besides, they weren't able to infiltrate so easily. We allowed them to. Alright, again, I like the villains having smart ideas too, where they're like, you know, instead of making it super hard for them to infiltrate, let's make it easy for them to infiltrate, and then we'll just trap them inside. That seems like a much smarter strategy. What are we going to do? They're coming, and they probably blocked the exits. How are we going to run away? They won't be able to escape. And we see this vault door here. Huh? And yeah, we've still never seen the portal to the human world. Is this it or something? Huh? Reporting, sir, they've barricaded themselves inside the storage room. What? Blocked our retreat. We knew they would. We never intended to escape, says Emma. We're taking over Gracefield Farm. Okay. That's interesting. I'm really excited to see what their plans and everything are. Let me go ahead and load up the next chapter really quick. Alright, so we're moving along to chapter 167. I actually really liked that one, as I've been liking all of them lately. We got to see... We don't really have it explained yet, because we got to see the kids doing some strategizing and their plan working out. And we're also seeing the demons confuse, wow, They were able to infiltrate, but we let them. Okay, so they're trying to take this place over, and I'm assuming, because this is normally how we get these things, that we're seeing this play out, but there's probably more behind the scenes stuff that'll get explained later, maybe this chapter or next chapter, where they're like, this is why we did it this way, this is why we did it that way, because we usually get stuff like that too. But that was really fun. I like seeing them not dying, that's always good. But now we're back at the demons outside of those doors. They barricaded themselves inside. We're no longer able to control the security room, or the storage room security doors. And then the bridge blows up. What is it now? The outer bridge, it's been destroyed. As of right now, we're taking over Gracefield Farm. And I kind of noticed it with some of their designs last chapter. Sometimes you don't notice it and sometimes you do. I like their sort of older designs. And I know it's been a while. Like, we've had their older designs for a while now. That time skip was a long while back. But despite that, sometimes it's kind of hard to really tell the difference all the time. But I feel like this last chapter or two, you've really been able to tell. Alright. Okay, chapter 167. This way, demons. They've barricaded themselves inside. What does that mean, thinks Ratri. What purpose does this serve? What about food and water? Do they intend to kill all of us here in the base? Even if they accomplish that, there are 2,000 Imperial soldiers outside. They should know that already. After taking over Grace Field, what kind of demand will they make? And to whom? Or do they have another plan to escape? Keep calm. They barricaded themselves to secure the hostages. A few of them are going to come out from the other side of the door. They'll probably attempt to kill us and take over the farm. Don't take them lightly. They know about our core and the weakness in our optic nerves, as well as the layout of Grace Field. We can deal with the hostages inside the storage room later. First, the intruders. And I like the demons being like a real threat here, being really smart. Find them and kill them. All of them. I'll never forget the humiliation they brought upon me with that escape 2 years ago. Okay, and we're seeing this guy again. Alright. We are the highest grade farm, Gracefield. I won't let them escape this time. The livestock won't do as they please. Time to start. A game of tag. And they rush out of the storage room security doors. Emma dodges an attack. Ray follows up by shooting his hands. He blocked them. No matter. Shoot the crap out of him, says Ray. And everybody else opens fire. Retreat, okay? And, we see, Gillian directing people. Get them. And the demons start chasing after the retreating group. 3 to the east, 3 to the west. Roger. We'll take over. It's ready, sir. Listen, everyone. I've summoned guards from the other floors. We'll seal off B2. And now we're seeing Gilda, and then Gillian as well, Emma Ray and Norman. Dead end. I wonder about that, says Norman. What happened? Honestly, the biggest worry right now isn't even them fighting these demons. It's after they fight the demons, since they didn't have time to keep working on Adam to make that cure. It's like, are all of Norman's group going to die anyway after all this? But we see Vincent, Hayate, and Nigel hacking into the security, it looks like. Connection complete. We've hijacked the enemy control room. Someone's operating the system remotely. Where? Find out. Opening doors 4, 25, 8, 1, and 16. Shutting doors 7, 9, 25, and 31. Wait, so they're opening and shutting 25? There must be an issue with the translation there. Here, I got the cameras on the enemy positions. Alright. Enemy positions, one each in locations B4, C3, D8, and E9. 3 are coming from the north in C12, D13, and E5, west elevator. And then we see Norman and Emma's group take off. Emma, Ray, Gillian, 2 are coming from the front right. Oliver, Zach, go around from the west and draw 3 more. Don, you have 2 coming. 2 coming from the left, 2 corners down. After that, right, left. Okay. I like this. They're all coordinating with each other. Roger. Got it. Huh? Oh no. I'm gonna fall. And we have Gilda slipping. But the demons get their masks broken off that are coming after them, and then shot. Aish! Ah, I love her. And they all go running off together. What the heck? We can't catch any of them. We know who's going to come out, and from where, and what to do. Hey, what's going on? Huh? Hey, respond. Jamming the comm. Nigel, plugging away at that computer. Boss, I found it. His location. Alright. Peter Rattray is currently in the drawing room on B1. Roger. Norman, Emma, Ray, leave this to us and go ahead. Alright, and we have the Gracefield people with Don, Gilda, and Aish holding them off so that the main three can go after the big bad. Let's go. Thanks. Appreciate it. We found the location of the ones hijacking the system. Get them. Not so fast. Just a little more. This way, demons. And they're luring them in. What? Why'd we all end up here? And they're all just trapped down together. And they toss in a bunch of smoke. We don't have to bother killing all of them. We'll just gather up and trap the guards in one place. The head honcho we're after is Peter Rattray. Mission complete. We should hurry too. This was so fun. This was just a really fun chapter because we got to see the kids getting one over on the demons in a way that felt so earned and so deserved, where, like, sort of when it was the attack on the Capitol, not all the demons they were attacking were necessarily bad, and in addition to that, a lot of the stuff was just like randomly happening. It's not like they were really outsmarting them, like they had done all this planning and stuff, but with here we're seeing like them just out-strategizing and outsmarting the demons and getting the upper hand in just this really cool, fair way. And it was really, really fun to read. Now going to 168, though. Alright, so over to 168. I wonder, like, of course, I don't think we're going to get to, like, the end of this confrontation here, but I wonder if we're at least going to get to the point where they confront Peter Rattray. Now, they might do something with Isabella. They might try to, like, have a final confrontation between Emma Ray and Norman with Isabella before they do Peter Rattray. But I'm not sure yet. So, we'll have to see where it goes. But we're seeing the hacking group here at the beginning of 168. We found the location of the ones hijacking the system. Damn it. This is bad. We have to hide. Not yet. A little longer. If we mess up, all of us will lose. The mission of, the success of this mission rests on our shoulders. That's how important this role is. I'm going to accomplish my duty. Until I do that, I'm not leaving this area. Not yet. Jeez. Vincent's, of course, devoted to finishing this. Got it. What's going on? And it seems like all the computers lock out the demons. The system's down. They won't be able to operate for a while. Let's go. Alright. The head honcho we're after is Peter Rattray. Behind that door at the end of the hall. And Emma and Ray burst through the door. Norman behind them. And the room is empty. They all look surprised. What? No one's here. Chapter 168, Dad. Alright. What's going on? Vincent, are you there? Hey, Norman. It's been a while. And they all look shocked and horrified. Peter Rattray. You did pretty well. Decimated Lambda, annihilated the Queen and the 5 Regent houses, disintegrated the Imperial rule. You infiltrated Gracefield smoothly too. Pretty impressive for a child raised to be food. And here, theory time. So, Norman has had the really pale skin and white hair, like the Rattray this whole time. So, theorizing that he's a Rattray is not that complicated. The chapter is called Dad, but I don't think Peter Rattray is going to be his dad. I think he's going to be like James Rattray, actually William Minerva's son, and as part of the punishment for what Minerva did, that's why he was put into Gracefield. So, I actually think Norman's going to I could be completely wrong, and I'm probably going to be completely wrong, but that's my theory for why this one's called Dad, is that James Rotary is going to be his dad, not Peter Rotary. Even though it seems like they're kind of, maybe with that title, making us want to think it's Peter Rotary, and it could totally be, but I'm going to guess against that. Alright, you infiltrated Gracefield smoothly too. Pretty impressive for a child raised to be food. But I'm not there. The footage you saw of me there was fake. Looks like we outwitted you. Oh, yeah, that's right, 'cause didn't we actually see him at the Capitol? I'm pretty sure we did a few chapters back, and I was wondering why we were seeing him kind of at both places. If we did, and if he is at the Capitol, then A, that totally, completely makes sense, logically, and also B, it gives our main characters a reason to go back to the Capitol to try to help Sungju and Musica, because I was confused. I was like, how are they going to have any reason or ability to go back there to help Sungju and Musica? But him being there might give them that sort of impetus. But either way, looks like we outwitted you. Where are Vincent and the others? They're alive, here with me. Jeez, and he captured them as well. And now again, the demons, not even the biggest threat, the humans coming in. It was like when Andrew showed up, and it's like he was worse than any of the demons. Yes, that's precisely the situation. The 5 here are tied up with guns to their heads. You lose. The game of tag is over. We're restoring the system right now. All the locks, including the storage room, are unlocked. The ones you put to sleep instead of killing will wake up soon. At the Imperial Capital, Sungju and Musica were captured 3 days ago. Their execution will begin soon, and we see Emma looking horrified. That's so sad, and her thinking of Sungju and Musica. The citizens saved by evil blood have already been killed. And this is so sad for Don and Gilda and Aish, because they were there when all that happened. Under the guidance of the Rotary clan, the 4 great farms and the retainers of the 5 regent houses have joined to create a council to overtake the government. I'll revive Lambda, too. And of course, I love how these different things are affecting the different main characters we're seeing here. I love this. When he mentions the locks, we see the people like Violet protecting all the kids that were still in the security or the storage room. When they talk about Sungju and Musica, we see Emma because she had the deepest, closest connection with them. When they talk about the citizens with the evil blood, we see the reaction to the people that were there with Sungju and Musica when they were giving out the blood. And then talking about the farms and the houses joining together, we see the people that were from Goldie Pond and Ray, people that suffered because of the farms and the houses. And then lastly, mentioning Lambda, we see Norman, who's of course, he has a pretty solid chance of dying because of Lambda. Even though he was sort of saved earlier in the series because Lambda existed, so they had somewhere else to send him to, but mostly that he could probably die because of Lambda part. Moving forward, these spoiled, top-class farms will be demolished, and I'll centralize all of them in the new Lambda style. I won't let the children have dreams, hopes, their own wills or futures. Rebels like you will never be born. And of course, because that's the strategy now, rather than having people raised in, like what Isabella said, if they're going to be harvested anyway, raised in happiness until they're harvested, they're just going to farm them using the Lambda style. It'll be a peaceful paradise. I have to thank you. For the world will change, by luck, to the future I want. The system's restored. All that's left is removing the restrictions, say one of his men. Good. Do it. It has a triple password lock on it as well. Try figuring it out. I planned for this exact situation, just in case, says Vincent. What a hassle. Give me the password. And he points a gun to him. No, you can't figure it out. That's why you're threatening me. Serves you right, I'll never tell you. Boss, everyone, can you hear me? That's the situation. We still have time, and the chance to win. It's not over. Shoot. Defeat the enemies before you and complete the mission. Don't mind us. We can't leave the future to these guys. I'm sorry, Nigel. It's all good, says Nigel, smiling. Jeez. Wait, no, we're all going to survive together, says Norman. Sorry, boss. I revered you as a god. Just like Cicero said, I was too dependent on you. The stronger you were, the stronger I felt as well. That's right. As it turned out, I was scared too. Ultimately, I want to guide you to a victory, as a friend. This is what I want. Keep going, Norman. And then he gets shot. And Norman hears it. But it looks like he shot him in the shoulder, not in the head. So I'm not going to count him out yet. Even though this doesn't look good. Not counting him out yet. But all Norman can do is hear. He can't see it. So all he can see is, or all he can hear is the gunshot. I'm sick of this. That's a really good panel of Peter Autry. Why don't any of you understand? Why do you all disobey me? I am your creator. I'm your dad. If there were no... I'm your dad, kid. If there were no farms, if the Autry clan wasn't around, you wouldn't have been born. You were well fed, raised, and provided for. Yet you rose against the farms, escaped, and now come back to destroy us. How foolish and disrespectful. I'm sick of this rebelliousness. Those eyes, they piss me off too. Why won't you admit defeat? It's fine. You're all just defects anyway. Kill them all. And then he looks back and it looks like his guy collapsed. He's confused. Dad, you can't be serious. Oh shit. Gillian, Aish, Zach, and Oliver made it there. You're not our father. Holy shit, I was not expecting that at the end. Oliver getting the badass moments that he was sort of had taken away from him in some of the past arcs. That's really cool. God, I love this. And if Aish is fine, then Don and Gilda must be okay too. So, don't have to worry about them as much. And again, I'm not counting Vincent out yet. It doesn't look good, but it's a manga, so unless we get it super duper confirmed, I'm going to still hold out a little bit of hope for him there. Because it did look like he got shot in the shoulder, not in the head, so he has a better okay chance. Then again, sadly, what would be the point of, like, he gets shot in the shoulder and we're like, yes, he survived, and then they're like, but we couldn't make a cure from Adam's blood. Crap! No, never mind. God, these were good. This was kind of just a feel-good 3 chapters. Even when we got the really sad stuff, there was still this sense of, oh yeah, well, you captured them, and you killed those people that we already knew about and already had that sadness, and you captured Sungju and Musica, but guess what? We're going to fight back anyway and defeat that. There was still this sort of positive feeling I got from it, much different from the scary feeling I was getting last read through. We still haven't seen Isabella in a while, so again, I think that we cannot trust that she's a bad guy. I kind of feel like she's going to betray the bad guys to help the kids. So yeah, I'm still Team Isabella is actually good for right now. Because it would make sense for her to be good right now, I suppose. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed these 3. I'm excited to see what the next 3 will hold. Again, I'm probably going to do the same thing, just wait for the next 3 to be out and then do a video with all 3 of them together. So yeah, either way, thank you so much for watching this. If you did like the video, comment down there. Tell me what you thought of these, what you thought of my first thoughts and reactions. Subscribe for more Promised Neverland, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. I'll try to keep you updated there and stuff for the channel or talk to you there. If you'd like a link to our Discord server to talk to me or more of us about this series or anything else there, just ask and I can give you a link. And if you want to help support the channel on Patreon so that I can continue making these videos, it is patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description. So yeah, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.